All right, Mike.
Me?
You want to do it?
No.
What is this 62?
I think.
62.
62.
Yep.
Can't wait for 69.
Dude, that's exactly what I was telling you. When I got here, I was like, I wanted to be on episode 69. But
We'll bring you back for 69.
Yeah.
And we'll bring you back for the episode 69,
Oh,
you know?
you got to get from the back, too.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind Podcast, episode 62. And this week, now that we've taken a week off, we've got a little chance to recuperate here. We got a special guest. This man is not only a drummer, he is a videographer, photographer, all-around handsome son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Stop lying to the people.
Mr. Noe Guillen, everybody.
What's up?
Little golf clap. Episode 62. I know you wanted to be here on 69,
It's okay.
but we'll bring you back.
It's okay. I like
bring you
missionary,
back.
too. It's okay.
So we had to take a break last week because after all the shit talking he's done for the past year, Mike Perez got sick.
Yeah.
Not necessarily COVID, right? Did you even test?
No.
For
Let's
COVID?
just say it's COVID.
Did you test for
Yeah.
COVID? You did.
Yeah.
And it was negative. Mike was basically on his ass the entire week, and he was.
It was
like,
weird.
I texted him. I was like, "Hey man, we can push to Wednesday." And he's like, "Yeah, let's push to Wednesday." And then like Wednesday starts to roll around. He's like, "Oh, maybe Thursday." Okay, we'll do maybe Thursday. And then something comes up for me Thursday. Mike's like, "Oh, well, I was free on Thursday, but you can't do Thursday." And then he drove to get food. He went to get like fast food somewhere, and he's like, "It's a good thing we didn't record. I'm still fucked up."
Dude, I got up and like showered, and I had just started to do I call it sinus flushing. I think there's a real like name for what I did.
Yeah.
But basically just shoving warm sea salt water in my nose and clearing anything
You basically made a ghetto neti pot, right?
Yes,
with
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
with a water bottle. Yeah. And so I did that, and I felt like good. I was like, I'm gonna get out of the house. I'm gonna go get lunch, and like just being in line at Johnny's Burgers, I was like debating, but I just needed to get out, and like I wanted comfort food so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, being sick sucks.
Yeah. So Thursday it was when Mike I think realized I was actually for real sick.
Yeah, but I was giving him a couple days because I was like, well, Mike's never like he's sick, but he's never really sick. And then like as the days went on, and then when he sent a video of the neti pot.
And I was coming out of it. That's when I was like doing better.
Because Jesse was sick too. Jesse wasn't feeling well. He was telling us he was under the weather.
Dude, that voice message that Jesse showed me outside, it didn't work.
It didn't work. He's choking, and I was like, "Did you breathe?" He's like, "I didn't breathe." I was like, "You wouldn't have choked if you were breathing." He's like, "Maybe I breathed. I don't know." It felt weird.
Snort it.
Yeah, like he was just like doing a line of just, and then just fucked himself up. But yeah, and Mike sent a video of how to do like basically the flush. And he just looked like he got hit by a train. I was like, and I think I might still have it, so I might add it to this.
No,
to
you
this
guys
episode
definitely have to post that.
He looked like he got hit by a train. And the craziest part about it was he's explaining. He's like, I got this water bottle. It's like, and then in the background, everybody, his family, are all just like, like coughing. I was like, everybody's fucked up over there.
Everyone, so everybody got sick. Started my nieces, and then it went to like my brother and sister-in-law, and then my parents. The one thing I didn't get though that my mom and my niece got was the cough.
Yeah,
they have a bad cough. I never got the cough, which is good, but just man, it just felt awful. Like all I wanted to do was lay down, and then like listening to music was not the thing. Didn't want to listen to music, and then like I couldn't keep my eyes open long enough to watch something. So that was like always weird.
Yeah,
because then I'd fall asleep, and then I'd have to start over. It was just. I don't know.
So how did it feel waking up to episode 3 of The Last of Us, just playing in your room by yourself?
Oh, he was down with the sickness.
Like
for
I
that
loved
one.
it. I loved every minute of it.
It was so freaking good. I've never. We can transition out of me being sick. But for anyone who hasn't watched The Last of Us, I've never played the game. I don't know anything about the show. like episode 3 was way good. I was hating on it. I was gonna hate on it because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, here we go, woke stuff. And then it's actually like,
I heard the
really
best
good.
take about that episode without spoiling anything other than, you know, the characters are gay, right? Somebody goes, yo, I've never had like such strong feelings about 2 gay dudes in my life. I've never cared more about 2 gay dudes. And he goes, and for a second there, I thought to myself, maybe I should be gay because my bitch doesn't love me like that guy does. Like, that's the love you only get from a man right there.
like a true partnership. Dude.
Oh man. Well, that being said, let's jump into our mental health check.
Yeah.
You want to explain our mental health check, Mike?
Yeah. Our mental health check is where we basically just check and see where we're at mentally for the week. That way we can kind of identify if there's any things that we're doing that are helping us, or if we're in a funk, maybe what are we not doing that is keeping us in that funk. So who wants to go first?
We're looking at, we're
you're
looking at
looking at
Noe.
me.
Let's look at Noe.
No way.
Mentally, I mean, like the last week has been interesting. Like before we started recording, I was telling Mike, well, this Mike, I had my mom in the hospital, so I was dealing with that. So aside from the music, photography, sound engineer, whatever else I do, I'm a caregiver on top of all of that. So I have 3 patients at home: my mom, my sister, and my dad. And like I have them in the hospital at least once a month. So like dealing with that still is hard, even after doing it for 10 years already.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then dealing with like, you guys don't like, I'm having a baby in April, so we got that, planning baby showers and figuring out where we're gonna do the birth and all that. But other than that, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be as busy as I am because I do photography pretty much every single day. And other than that, I've been good.
Speaking of photography, that cool promo photo that you guys see on the podcast artwork was shot by this man right here. Kind of tricked him into taking a photo for us.
Mike was like, hey, he's like Torture Culture's taking promos downtown. You should come by. Maybe we can get a walkie blind one.
Maybe we can Noe and shoot one photo for us, and he did. And that one photo is sick.
Yeah.
That was a day where that lady pulled up on us and started talking shit to us, talking about that people were. What'd you say, that there was naked women?
There was
people were
naked
taking shits
women
in the
and
corner?
people taking shits in this alleyway, so she wanted to know what the fuck we were doing there.
So, it's an interesting night.
Yeah.
Jake was just about to fuck her up.
We were trying to diffuse that situation as well as we could.
Don't hit women, guys.
Yeah, don't do it. But she definitely had some Karen energy going on with her that night, so that was interesting. But
before we move on from Noe, what are some of your go-tos, like when you're stressed, or even if you just get alone time?
I'm very. I don't
Alone
want to say.
time, Mike?
I don't want to say. I
probably shouldn't have thrown out that long time.
I'm nowadays I'm not. I'm known to be very destructive when I get like stressed out about things. Like either I will start overeating like crazy, or I will stop eating, or I'll start drinking. Which probably isn't the best coping mechanism at this age because I can't drink like I used to anymore.
none of us can.
It used to be music. Like music was always my go-to to get out of anything I want. Like whoever I was on stage I could forget about all my problems for the 30 minutes we played. But like the music kind of took a backseat to life, like the last few years.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other than that, I just try to keep myself busy. The busier I get, the less time I have to do anything else. So.
Do you feel like work is like your basically your coping mechanism? Like
At this point, yeah.
let's just get more projects in, book more time.
Yeah.
That way, I'm just not focusing on.
And that I'm not doing it that way because I'm known to book I'll book myself into 3 shows in one day.
Oh shit!
Which is absolutely stupid. Like I'll go from Chain Reaction and then shoot down a program and then I'll end up like at Tiki Bar,
right?
In Costa Mesa. But even keeping myself busy, it stresses me out on top of being stressed out. So I think I need to do something a little bit different. at this point.
I think keeping yourself busy is definitely like a good problem to have in a way. But then it does get to a point where they're like, okay, this is too much. I'm trying to do too much. And that's where I guess could get kind of like destructive, if you will. But yeah, that's tough, man. It's tough because it's like, I want to stay busy. I want to keep doing all this shit. I love doing this, but I also need time for myself, you know, projects like that.
Absolutely. So what I used to do is I used to take like little trips randomly. Like I would just take a drive, or I would drive down to San Diego, get a hotel room, stay there for the weekend.
Yeah.
But you know, with the kid on the way, that's not financially
Yeah.
smart anymore.
And then your current projects, like you've got music wise, you've got No More.
I have No More, which is a punk hardcore band. I have Catch and Release, which is more of a like post-hardcore. I don't even know what the fuck we're doing anymore. It's like a post-hardcore, like Circa Survive experimental kind of vibe that they want to start doing now.
Your vocalist sounds really good. He's got a
Yeah.
good
Emmett's
voice.
he's
Yeah.
hella talented. Funny enough, he hates being a vocalist because he's a classical guitarist.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He graduated from Cal Poly for classical guitar. And he just, I guess when he joined this band, they had a female vocalist who ended up quitting, so he ended up taking in the role. But his ear is phenomenal for vocals.
Yeah.
It's funny how many vocalists are like, yeah, I didn't want to do this. I just stepped in because no one else could. And then you just end up stuck. Mike wanted to play guitar.
I wanted to play guitar, and then I wanted to do harmonies
Yeah.
because I didn't know what they were. I just knew they sounded cool. I was like, I'll figure it out. And then our buddy lived too far and never came to practice. And so instead of just playing music for hours, I was like, I'll sing.
I'll do
Try
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. MBR looked for a vocalist for like 2 years.
It's crazy. That's good, man. Like it's good that you're staying busy. It's good that you are pretty much preparing for having a kid is a huge life change.
No, absolutely.
And it's
For somebody who didn't want kids, if you like a good 5 years ago to now having a kid.
What-
And don't get me I have a phenomenal woman. Like my girlfriend is phenomenal. Like she owns a daycare. She's very maternal, so I'll be good on that front.
yeah.
It's me. I'm the problem.
What changed your mind? Was it her?
It was her.
Okay.
It was absolutely her. Yeah, the last 3 years, when we first, she's gonna hate me for telling the story on the pod, but I've told it on her podcast.
This is what we want. This is the juice.
I've told it on her podcast. So when me and her started dating, her the first 2 months of it, when I met her family, was like immediately, when are you having kids?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, let's chill real quick.
Relax.
And we'll get into it when we get into it. And then ever since then, it's just been baby talk, baby talk, baby talk. And then after about a year into our relationship, I was like, I don't know why I'm so scared to have a child. Like this woman is very maternal. Like she went to school for child development, has been taking care of kids for a long time. I can't just have the same fear I've had for so long and take that part of her life away from her as well. And I was like, and when you have a kid, you got to either grow with the relationship or you either drift apart. Luckily, we've grown a little bit closer since we got pregnant. Since she got pregnant.
You're even in the wee phase.
Look, we're gonna be pregnant with Taco Bell later.
Yes.
So we're gonna have little burritos. But yeah, it's that was my major fear with even having a kid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
did that answer your question?
it's definitely I mean, mindset is like super key, and this is coming from somebody that's not even like really a dad, but like.
But you are.
You have to really prepare yourself and be in that state of mind because like kids are wild.
They are.
And they're tough, man.
They are.
They'll test your patience. They'll test your everything.
Well, I'm lucky I don't have any hair anymore, so it's like that can't fall
But
out.
you have beard hair that you can pull out,
And I was like, I wanted a girl, so like when we found out it was a boy, I was a little disappointed because like
Were you disappointed or stressed out?
I was just no, because I know like little boys. I'm sorry to all the parents out there. I'm looking straight at the camera. Y'all's little boys sometimes are straight assholes.
Dude.
Like
yes.
we're talking about the like nut tapping, like babies do that. Like my brother he adopted 6 kids. right? My older brother, and they're 5 of them are siblings.
Oh,
But
wow.
the little boys, like, and they they have the silver teeth, and those are like the worst kids. Like, especially for like Latinos, like like, the kids with the silver teeth are the worst kids. See, Jesse's nodding over there because he knows. They're little assholes. Like, they're just throwing shit, breaking shit, and I can't slap them.
Yeah. Yeah.
CPS. Sorry, CPS. But yeah, and then I think raising a girl would have been even more stress, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
because I fight little kids. Like, I don't care. I will fuck up a little boy.
like, if you see that diagram, like how many 5-year-olds can you actually take in a fight?
Line them up and we'll find out.
It's, dude, like for me, like Crime and I have kind of this conversation all the time, right? Like with Elliot, she's very much like, hey, I want to raise like a soft, like very loving child. And to me, I'm like, that's cool. But he's got to be
grit.
tough, right? Like there's some level of like, you got to be able to defend yourself. You got to be able to be prepared for what the world's going to throw at you, right?
Mike wants a warrior in the garden,
Yeah. Dude, 1,000%.
not a gardener in the war.
Yeah, 1,000%. And I'm like, so finding that balance, and obviously like it's a lot. It's harder in a way in my situation because Elliot's not necessarily my son, right? He's not biologically my son, but the fact that I'm trying to do the best that I can for him, trying to raise him how like, and I keep saying like, hey, you appreciate how I am, right? Like we wouldn't be together if you didn't appreciate how I am. So there's a part of me that has to implement that into him. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely like with kids, it's a weird balancing act because you've got to like you want to be loving and you want to make sure that they know that they're safe. And, at the same time, you also need to know that you can hold your own no matter what happens. So, and raising a boy is like trying to find that balance, like the best. You don't want to raise an asshole. You don't want to raise a kid that's like, fuck you and fuck this, but at the same time, like,
And then to get to a point where like you want to be cool too.
Like, you don't want to be the asshole parent.
Yeah.
Dude, I took my my nieces. I took them out. We did ran little errands, and then we got Jack in the Box, and they were like, "Can we get ketchup for our fries?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course." So I went and got like a handful of ketchup, and I laid it out, and then they were all like doing it, and then they're both like, "Uncle Mikey, let's just put as much ketchup as we want." I was like, "Oh shoot!" I was like, yeah, whatever." And they're like, "Thank you, that's cool." I was like,
and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm the cool uncle.
Yeah,
I'm the funkle.
yeah.
No fun.
Uncle Mike.
I'm Ketchup
man.
Daddy.
Ketchup Daddy.
No.
This is the name of the episode.
Yeah, perfect. For the thumbnail, just have just a screenshot of Mike with just a bunch of packets of ketchup.
Heinz ketchup, all the different brands.
Ketchup Daddy. I'd love that if it wasn't anything tied to my nieces.
Oh man. Well, mental health check. Where are you at, Ketchup Daddy?
Dude, well, I mean, now I'm great. I'm up and I'm moving. I feel so much better. I probably sound shitty, but I feel good. Yeah, last week was rough, and man, I didn't really do anything. I didn't do nothing of my. I didn't do anything. I didn't sing, which is usually a big thing for me. I didn't sing at all. Didn't do any jump roping.
Nothing.
Eating wise, I kind of had more fun when I could eat, but I also just felt nauseous, so I didn't really feel like eating a whole lot. But yeah, but now I feel mentally feel good, man. We've had some good things happening, and all the little things in our little world.
We haven't been here in 2 weeks, so you guys announced Chain.
Yeah. Yep. We got to announce Chain.
I announced Chain time.
Yeah.
And Noe announced Chain.
So obviously I knew we were playing Chain.
Yeah.
I knew
We
that.
just didn't know the announcement was coming
I
down.
ended up reposting the flyer from the promoter because it's my good friend Dave from Pinup. So he posted it, and then I tagged all of you guys in it, and then I got a message from Mikey talking about thank you for posting it because we didn't know we were supposed to announce it.
Well, like I literally go on I see the flyer. Which first time I've seen the flyer, I was like, oh, sick. And then I was like, wait, do we announce this?
Yeah.
Because Noe sent it to me, so like, oh shit. So like I go on the No Braggers page, not up there. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, is it on our Facebook? No. I was like, okay. So then like I go through our emails, and of course it's like from yesterday, and it's like, all right guys, tomorrow at 2 we're gonna announce. And then the next like email that I see, it's like, yo guys, this thing went live like an hour ago. What's up? I mean, there's moments like that like remind me of like, because like in my heart, like we're back, like NBR's back in my heart,
but not,
you know?
but are you?
But it's like things like that. It's like that's definitely
dropped the ball.
Definitely dropping the ball.
Yeah,
we kind of did it again on the announcement for the last one. But anyway, so all I'd say was there was some exciting things happening. We announced No Braggers will be playing our 10-year anniversary show for Cycles, the album. And we're playing the whole album in its entirety, and then we're gonna just play a couple songs here and there from the EP and from Concrete Flower.
And I'm curious how many people I'm gonna have to fight to do that part in Cycles,
Dude.
Oh,
because I feel like this you know what? It's my turn. It's my turn. Every time I'm there, I'm like, I'm gonna jump up, and then everybody else.
fucking
got this, bro. Got this.
That's how kind of. Well, no, at Tough Love, it was kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Tough Love. It was all I was going. You.
Yeah.
I know. And I was like, I'll be back here filming.
Dude.
But no, you didn't jump up for NBR, huh? No, he was.
I was
for
side
TC.
stage, but I was just filming.
Actually, something that could be cool. And my policy on stuff like that, because people will be like, yo, dog, can I come up on Cycles? I'm like, dude, if you get there first,
Yeah.
it's you. That's like,
first serve.
yeah, that's my thing. Because I've tried to tell people, like, yeah, you got it tonight. And then they're like late to it, and someone steals it from them, and then I feel like shit.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, dude, my mic is your mic. If you get up there first, go for it. But I may change that because our boy Jeffrey might be flying out from North Carolina.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So if he flies out,
I won't fight Jeffrey.
Absolutely not. You're gonna have a bad time. If you
Hey,
try to do
dog.
that.
I won't fight you, but I might do a screen to say, "Oops, you missed it." We'll do it together, okay?
Yeah, there you
Box
go.
out. Box out.
Do it together, back to back,
Yeah.
one mic. Just. But yeah, so that was exciting. But this is all happening while I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like trying to be like sound excited in our posts.
It's hard to get stoked on it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to. I was so out of it that when I made the first reel, and I did it with a song from the EP. And Martin's like, "Yo, dog,
Yeah.
what are you doing?"
Hey, man.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "You're right. I'm sorry." So I had to like go redo it. But anyway, yeah, it was a rough week, but I feel good now. I'm a little stressed about tomorrow. I don't think I've mentioned this. Tomorrow I'm actually going to my old university, and I'm speaking for the social work department.
That sounds terrifying.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's not like a big thing. It's one of the classes, and just gonna basically tell them about like, you know, what
Get your master's.
I know. Yeah. If you take anything I say today.
Yeah. Look at me. I started a podcast.
Yeah.
Bring business cards, dude.
Dude, I'm going to.
Business cards and stickers.
Sell tumblers in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The trunk.
my professor, she's so cool. She like wants me to come and talk about NBR. She wants
Yeah.
me to talk about that side of it. She wants to talk about the podcast. She wants me to kind of, because I think, you know, she wants to let people know that like social work and, you know, can look.
It's not just a professional,
Right.
like, you know.
Yeah, and I think it's like it's one of those fields where you kind of always take it with you, you know, no matter what you do, like, and so anyway, so I'm like excited to do it, but I also suck at like talking and like presenting like that.
Yeah.
So
You should have told me earlier. I could have helped you, you know.
I know.
I do this, man. I do this every day.
I know.
You'd have had your whole PowerPoint ready to go.
I'm training one of his dudes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. What's up, Jason? I told you I was gonna be here.
What's up, dog?
He's gonna fail you so hard.
Yeah, you're not passing. I'm just kidding. Nah, you're doing really well, Jason. I'm proud of you.
But yeah. So aside from that, that's right now. That's the only stress. But I think it's a good stress, and I think like I'm looking forward to doing my PowerPoint. It's gonna be super basic. This isn't like a long talk. It's like a half hour.
Half hour?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Well, I mean half hour, but I think like a lot of times be like answering questions.
Q&A
and
type
Yeah.
stuff.
I hope.
How'd you come up with the name No Bragging Rights?
Oh, dude.
Is it true that you've been in this since the 90s?
The late 1900s.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm doing well. I think I'm looking forward to this week as far as getting back on track with singing and jump rope and things like that. So yeah, it's me. Where are you at, Mike?
I'm good, man. Actually, the week off that we took was kind of nice, because it gave me a chance to kind of catch up on some other stuff that I've been putting off, and I've been able to almost reset in a way. So I'm good. Like I've just been just trying to get myself ready for like trips coming up, and I'm gonna be in Costa Rica, so kind of getting my mind into like, oh hey, start dieting again, start like paying attention to what you're eating.
That beach bod.
That Speedo's not gonna fit itself.
Yeah. But it's funny because I was talking to Austin. Austin, my homie Austin, used to play in Creative Void, is renewing his vows. So they never had an actual wedding, so we're going out to Costa Rica to do the vow renewal. And so I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's coming up pretty soon. I was like, yeah, I just started like training and working out again so that I could, be in at least to where my gut won't hang over my shorts, right? So I don't get that like weird, like the elastic band crease, right? And he was like, yeah, me too. He's like, and I'm just trying not to be like super fat for the wedding. I was like, same. Crime is over here trying to get abs, and we're just trying not to have like fat jiggle when we run on the beach, And then he just sits there and he goes, have you ever in your life tried to get abs? And I was like, I think I've thought about it, but but it's never been like an achievement of mine that I've been close to getting, So that's where I'm at. That's where my head's at. So now,
Ab Challenge 2023.
Ab Challenge 2023 as Karaima orders pizza for us because we're running later than normal.
You need carbs occasionally.
But yeah, man, I'm in good.
I don't think before we go further, have you seen the movie The Shallows?
No.
With,
Is that a shark movie?
Blake Lively.
I haven't watched it. I know what movie you're talking about. I haven't watched it.
It takes place in Costa Rica.
Does it?
He's trying to say you're about to get your ass ate up by Jaws.
I'm just saying don't watch it. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is don't watch it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What was that movie with the tropical storm too? It wasn't in
Sharknado?
Costa Rica. Sharknado? No, it was like based on a true story where these tourists go to like a tropical. It was like Indonesia or something, like Taiwan or something, and then this huge like typhoon hits or tsunami.
Yeah.
And their whole family gets separated in the storm, and they have to like find each other. And somehow they were all alive.
Never saw it, but
I watched it actually.
Did you?
It's terrifying. So hopefully there's no storms in Costa Rica. But
it's funny. I'm okay with like disaster movies. Like I kind of like them. I loved it was 2012.
yeah,
But like when I saw that movie, like tsunami, ocean thing, I was like, I don't have any interest.
Okay.
Just seeing just that, just that part of it. But
yeah, it's kind of a scary. It's been so long since I've traveled without having to do something, right? Like we like travel and play shows, or like we go on tour, or like we go like I'll fly to Atlanta and visit family, hang out with people, right? This is like one of the first times in a long time where I'm going on like a genuine vacation, and that stresses me out more than anything. Because I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
You're not gonna know what to do with your time.
Yeah,
Nothing.
like, and I was like,
You'd have to do
I was
anything.
even thinking like, do I bring my laptop? Do I leave it here? Like, what? How do I, how do I handle this situation?
Take your laptop. You can
Into
watch
the water.
movies on it.
No, take your laptop, run into the water, and get ate up by a shark.
There you go.
I need to pass on the laptop to Mike because his is falling apart, and somebody needs to edit these videos if I die.
Just give me all your passwords.
I don't know about that one.
Dude, sorry.
And if
I'm
I
like,
just links to the dark web all over his.
How to build a tunnel under a shed.
Okay, El Chapo, calm down.
my mind is sorry. My mind's on shark stuff. I showed Mike and Martin yesterday. Have you seen the video of the dude in this like stupid?
It's terrifying.
Stupid. Like it looks like Pepsi glass, right? It looks like
Plexiglass.
Plexiglass. Sorry.
Did you say Pepsi glass?
He did say Pepsi. That's
It looks like a
Plexiglass.
plexiglass.
It looks like Plexiglass.
It looks like a plexiglass suitcase that
Yeah.
this guy's just sitting in the ocean.
And so he's in it, and there's this massive great white circling him and stuff. And then the fucking shark goes down, comes up, fucking destroys it. Like, destroys it. Comes from the bottom. Sorry, people listening.
Bites through it.
Yeah. Like, bites through the thing. Destroys it. And the dude's like trying to, like, I think he was trying to use it to keep in something in between them.
Yeah.
But, like, as it was happening, I think we're just like, what the fuck? Stupid. We're like, stupid. What are you doing? Why? Yeah.
Yeah, of course a great white's gonna break through that.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So anyway, sorry, I was thinking about that.
He was a glass case of emotions. Sorry for all my stupid references. All right, hold on.
Yeah, look
Just
at this
pulled it
thing. Look at this thing. This is a great white
is-
shark.
Guys, this is
Oh
really like
my
this is really
gosh,
like the Joe Rogan podcast.
This
We're
is
watching clips.
captivating audio,
Dude,
right?
look how stupid that is.
Massive great white just rolls up on his plexiglass
Oh
suitcase.
my gosh, dude.
Ugh,
Like-
fuck that.
We are children in the water. Here it is.
This is what terrifies me the most about the ocean is that these things are so huge. Look, fucking breaks the glass.
Stupid, dude. Oh,
It took his camera cables, whatever else he had on him, and he's just trying to Titanic this shit.
he's like, can you believe that happened? Yeah, I fucking can.
Yeah, yeah. He's like Rose, and the shark is like Jack in the water.
And dude, like what? I'm just baffled by like because he looks surprised.
Yeah. Oh my
like
god.
he's like now he's panicking. Like, oh my gosh, this massive great white destroyed this little thing that I was in.
Oh my god. That's just terrifying. The ocean scares the fuck out of me. I'm sorry. I could look at it from far away. I can like put my feet in. That's it for me.
He's just feeling brave as you do it. So proud and brave.
That just reminds me. I was hearing somebody say like, "Hey, if you really want to like mess with people's mental states, just go on their pictures on Instagram or in their comments and just go." It's very brave of you to post this.
Oh man.
Dude, I was doing that on the dating apps.
No, you were not.
Yeah, dude.
Like on,
Well, hold on.
Mike, no wonder you're still single.
Hold on. I knew you were gonna go there. It was if they like reached out to me. I didn't just go around and just be like a dickhead and just be like, hey. But it was if they were wearing Dodger gear.
Oh, okay.
And so that
How
was
many
like
people didn't respond to you after what you said?
a couple. A couple. I feel like that was like the where the conversation went. Or like yeah.
It just came to.
But
a
yeah,
halt.
when it's usually when they contacted me and if they're like first picture, they're like out the gates wearing it.
Dodgers.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's a brave you to wear this and post it on a dating
Now
app.
you know, ladies, can't be Dodger fans.
Can't be Dodgers fans.
Fans. At least not openly like that.
Openly
Mike,
about it.
Yeah.
what if the girl of your dreams comes along? Like just
Put this out there, man.
I'm gonna manifest this. This beautiful girl comes along. She loves the Lord. She's got the singing voice of a goddess, and then she just tells you, "But I have season tickets to the Dodgers, and I got an empty seat for you."
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Why'd you knock on the desk? Knock on wood. That's what we're
I
waiting
know. I know. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, you know, out of support, and because I love baseball, I would go for baseball, not for her, but for baseball.
She's like, listen, my dad has been working with the Dodgers since I was born. And
I was born at Dodger Stadium.
I was born at my mom couldn't miss this playoff game, so she gave birth to me in Dodger Stadium.
In these seats. No, that'd be hard.
What if she worked for the Dodgers?
Oh. I don't like this. Anyway, I was gonna say.
By the way, this isn't actually a podcast. This is an intervention.
Yeah, this is an intervention.
To
Here's
find
all
out.
your Tinder dates. Open the door.
I get jumped. No, you know what? I was thinking about this though. So talking with the Share the Backline dudes, you know, the guys that are wrong about
Yeah.
Del Taco.
I actually saw that the Walking Blind page left a comment on one of their shorts calling us out about the Del Taco thing. And there's a comment under there from Walking Blind Podcast that says, you know, one of the things that we really love about Share the Backline is your commitment to the show, especially your commitment to being wrong. So, you know, not exactly in those words, but yeah, hey.
Yeah. But you know, we're talking with because they're baseball guys, so we've had a little back and forth. And they're Dodger fans, and so I don't know what we're talking about, but he's like, "Would you ever go to like a Dodger game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd go. I've been to Dodger games, like
Yeah.
you know." And thinking about it now, I was like, I don't know if I could get away with wearing my Buffalo Bills T-shirt that I just got, you know, because it's got the blue and like the red.
Blue.
So it kind of looks like an old school one, but then a part of me is just like, I don't even know if I want to do that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's a form of selling out in its own way.
In a way, you're still rocking some sort of blue.
Yeah.
You know?
That too, I just show up in my bright ass red Angels jersey.
When we were at the, I think we talked about it in the show, but we went to a Kings game together, and he wore his Angel jersey.
Of course.
And almost got into a fight. Like the one time that we didn't go pee together, like men.
Yeah, I know.
Like he was
me
like,
know.
"I'm gonna pee." I was like, "Okay, go ahead." He came back. He's like, "Almost got into a fight with this dude out there." I was like, "Why?" He was like,
A guy almost fought me. I had zero thoughts about fighting him until he was like right here, basically.
So how did it start? He just came up to you?
But smartass Mike had an immediate comment,
His
an
mouth
immediate
was getting in
comeback.
trouble
Just-
right away.
If he would have said the Angels suck, it sounds less shitty to be like, you suck.
yeah.
But he said, fuck the Angels.
No.
So fuck you.
So he had a Michael Jordan moment. Like I took it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I fully remember smiling as I was saying it. Because I didn't care, like, you know, whatever. He wasn't smiling. And he was with his girlfriend, so I think he's trying to...
Impressed.
Guaranteed, I'm not a scary dude, but he wouldn't have tried that if you had more than one person.
Yeah, of course not.
Absolutely.
Like, but it's because you were alone in a crowded room. He went after you.
But I stuck to my guns. Just kept saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I should have been doing
Yeah. Just all aggressively. You know, just
But that would have been so stupid, though. Had that happened, though, I would have for sure got contacted the Angels and been like, I got arrested for you guys.
yeah. I fought for you.
Fire for you guys. Dude. Oh, actually, just move on.
I know.
Oh.
I was just thinking about how Artie Moreno didn't sell the team.
Decided not to sell the team and decided to just, we've held on to this for so long. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
So.
Read the room, man. Like, yeah. But,
Anyways, let's stop talking about us.
yeah. Really quickly, Super Bowl's coming up.
Super Bowl is coming up.
So Jesse,
He's off
James,
camera.
and Lee, right? That's
Jesse,
your team.
James, and Lee are who?
It's me, Justin, and
Oh, you have Justin on your team.
codename Del Taco. What's the
Codename Del Taco.
James, right?
James? Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
He's-
Gene-
It's because his Instagram says like straight edge or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know his actual name.
And then Lucy
So, yeah.
got the Eagles, right? Mm-hmm. And who else is on that team?
Tyler, I think.
I'm so bad with names, and the brackets. I'm sorry, but so we've got our Super Bowl teams essentially coming up. Once again, the winners are going to win a cup, some coffee, and a case of death, case of liquid death,
And a date with Mikey.
And Taco Bell gift cards.
and potentially a date
Date
with
with
Mike.
Mikey. We're gonna auction you off, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go, Jesse?
Raw's wedding.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I've RSVP'd. I don't remember.
I think I just like kind of
Just told him.
told him like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm going.
yeah, dog, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
you know.
because I got it. I'm pretty sure I got his.
I think that was okay. I don't know how
that a
this
save the
works.
date?
That's a save the date.
Okay.
Because on it says invitation will follow, right? So this is just like a hey, don't make any other plans, asshole. I'm getting married, and then the invitation will come. That's where you go. Yeah, I'll be there.
That's where I say, riding solo. And I would.
No,
I would
no, no.
I
Fuck
would
that.
like the steak.
You you need to mark +1, and our mission here is to find you a date.
When's his wedding?
May.
Okay.
So we got a few months.
I'm gonna lose.
April or May?
That's the 5/21/13.
May.
23.
I put it in my calendar. I just don't. I'm
Shoot,
back.
I might be gone
No, you're back by then.
from the cruise.
Oh. Yeah. It's all right. We'll figure it out
We'll
later.
figure it out. I'll tell him to move. Hey, can you move it to like?
Hey, dude, itd be real sick if you could move it to this day.
Yeah, man, it's like a week. It's a week later. That'd be sick. But
All right, so I want to. We're so far off topic right now. I want to talk about Noe's history here,
Oh Lord.
and I want to talk about like how far back all of this actually goes,
How far back our friendship goes?
like everybody's connection together goes. Because
So-
like
No, sorry, continue.
it's been quite a while that we've kind of all like I don't. We were never like close. We never and I
We had been around each other a long time. before
yeah,
we probably
but,
never hung
but
out.
never like hung out. Never really even like sat down and had a full conversation until a Burner State show.
Crowley's, yeah.
Was it Crowley's?
Yeah, the first,
Okay.
the second
Okay.
Burner Station? Was that?
yeah, second ever
Yeah.
burner station.
Yeah.
That I showed up.
But for years and years before that, like we all ran in the same circles. We
Yeah.
were all around the same. So you want to kind of give your history of you essentially.
So my back, like, I mean, history with Mikey. I met Mikey. I think I met you at the showcase
Yeah.
because I remember for a while my AIM, my little icon, was it was like a little GIF of you flipping off stage at the showcase.
The front flip,
Fuck yeah.
the one where he fucked his face up.
Yeah.
No, I
I
didn't.
actually, I had the GIF of that on my icon for AIM, and but yeah, I met you there, and then I played a show with you guys at what was it called? I always fuck it up. Is it the Shipwreck or the Ship?
The Ship.
The Ship.
The Ship in Riverside, right?
Yeah.
So I did a show there, and then I was just
Wait.
an NBR fan for like a long
Which
time.
show did you play at the Ship?
I can't even remember. I can't even tell you who was on it. I can't even the band I was in.
Was it
I
the small
can't
room
even
upstairs
remember.
or downstairs in the big?
I honestly don't remember. I was maybe 15, 16 at the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
No, because aren't you older than me? you may look younger. It's like, goddamn.
You want to go ahead and take the hat off?
But yeah, so from there, I mean, I used to be in like a bunch of bands out in like the IE in LA, and then I started booking shows in Pomona at like Aladdin Juniors. We used to have I used to book shows at my high school. I went to the School of Arts in Pomona, and funny enough, I ended up booking NBR to play for my lunch period. And I think I had this conversation with you at Chain Reaction like a few years ago, but Christian never told you guys.
Oh really? Fucking Chris.
So, But
we played at Redlands University.
no, really.
Yeah.
So
All I say is we weren't above it. Just Christian never told us.
nice.
Westworth, you played the side
was
with the schooners too.
And
so.
your guarantee for that show was $65. And I had to buy
can't
you
believe we
guys
said
lunch.
no.
So then, yeah, I went from booking shows to then I started running around with a dude named Ben Burt, who's still a good friend of mine, and my friend Brandon Perez, who we all know from Condor.
Mm-hmm.
And I was their sound guy for a long time before I moved to San Diego. And then when I moved to San Diego in 2012, I started working at a venue called the Epicenter. And I started off as a booking agent there, and then I quit because I hated it. And then they asked me to come back a few months later as a manager. So it was me as assistant manager. It was me and my buddy Scott Ziekla, who, if you were in the music scene, he was in a band called Shattered Hope.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there for a few years, and then worked at Live Nation for House of Blues, and then started playing in bands again once I moved back to Pomona back in 2016. And yeah, now most people don't even know me as a musician. Everybody knows me as a photographer guy.
Photographer, videographer, all the above.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the second wave of like our friendship was Epicenter.
Yeah. So, because I booked you. Well, you guys played with. You guys did a headliner there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And then Scott brought you back for an acoustic show, and then I brought you back a second time.
Williams took his shirt off.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Nice.
Yeah. It was when he gets nervous, guys.
Yeah. Williams, guitar player for Creative Void.
Mm-hmm.
Did play guitar in the Bragging Rights for quite some time.
I miss PMJB.
Overall legend.
I do.
PMJB.
PMJB.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's I've been in the scene I've been playing music since I was 10 years old, and I started touring when I was like 14.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'm just old and my knees hurt, my back hurts, and
Do you feel like you prefer like the being more on the behind the scenes side, or do you prefer being on stage?
I love playing first and foremost. I will always be a musician first. There's nothing like that adrenaline rush, no matter how old I get, of being on stage for 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
Like I still love that to this day, unless of course I'm fucking something up, or nowadays like the artists I play, like I played for artists where like you're running backtracks and something goes wrong. It's a lot more stressful than just showing up to. I miss the days where it was like you could just show up and play music and not have to do all the extra work.
Yeah.
Like now it's like you gotta.
MBR still does that.
For what it's worth.
They just show up.
Just
They
show
don't
up.
really do much of the extra work.
I mean, if you answered your emails every now and then, Mikey.
The long gone is the era of NBR with the light switch lights and the.
Dude, that was such a sick time when you guys came out with Unafraid to Burn, and you guys did that whole. You guys had that for your set.
Were you there for the video?
I was not there for the video, but there's a very famous picture from a Chain Reaction show when they did. I think you guys still had the light set up for it, but you guys did a show with the World We Knew
Oh yeah.
with Frank's
yeah.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a famous picture of Mike stage diving and me holding my hands up so he doesn't fucking hit me.
Yeah. So
And he smacked. Hold on, before he knocked the shit out of a girl.
I did.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Hey, sounds right.
I don't remember that.
Go into your story. I'm gonna try to pull up this picture right quick.
Oh no.
I think it's on my MySpace.
So when that happened, I can't remember if Frank came on stage with us or did I go on stage with
You
them?
went on stage with them.
Okay. So I went up on stage with them, and Frank falls. Frank falls into the crowd, and as he's falling, he pulls me. And then as I'm getting ready to fall in, I have enough footing under me to like flip.
Yeah.
To flip in. Just instincts, guys.
So
there's Mikey, and there's Frank, and there's me in the blue shirt.
dude, can you send me that? So
That's you. That's me. There's a girl underneath you right here, and then Frank landed on her.
Dang, maybe Frank knocked her out.
so Mike is
Okay, we'll just go with Frank. Frank, you knocked the girl
I
out.
can't believe Frank did that.
it's the funny thing is Mike, Martin and I have had this discussion. We're like, hey, we missed the good old days of front flip Mike, you know, or stage dive Mike, right? And then as we've gotten older and as the time has gone on, I've at least for me, I've come to the realization that Mike is more likely to do wild things when he's not the one performing.
Yeah.
If he gets up for like a
I can
guest
see that.
vocal or he gets up for like, just to like fuck around, that's when you'll see like front flip Mike come out because he's like, fuck it, I don't give a shit, right? But
fair.
if it's NBR on stage, he's like,
Too focused.
got to save all my energy for this.
That's 1,000% true.
That makes sense. You got to be physical for your own
Yeah,
set.
There's no wasted. There's nothing wasted. That's why people are like, well, how come you don't do like ad libs and stuff? I'm like, I'm catching my breath, dude.
You're like, I don't even do ad libs when we're recording.
Yeah. Like 90% of the ad libs that MBR has ever done are Martin.
Speaking of catching your breath, I had a moment. And catch my breath says I had a moment where I happened to watch the Torture Culture set from the Alma, and we played like dog shit. I've never been so disappointed in my own self, other than just watching that video playback, because I was like,
Knee grabbing?
oh my God, knee grabbing, just trying to struggle for dear life, like by telling bad jokes. like, cause I knew nobody was fucking with us at that show. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna make the best of a bad situation. So I'm like telling jokes. I get called out about being an Angels fan in Seattle,
God.
and everybody in my own band starts going like, "Yeah, fucking Angels fan over here." I'm looking around the room trying to find Mike, so I'm not the only one.
I was warming up. We were
Mike's
playing next.
upstairs in the green room. God.
Being professional, trying to be preparing myself.
I was like, first off, Mike, talking to myself, Mike, you got fat. You're out of shape. You shouldn't be doing this. maybe it's time to hang it up. Maybe it's time to hang up the towel. Put away that 2XL windbreaker that you bought because it fit better than the XL did. And just call it a day.
No, Michael.
So now Noe and I are going to start a hip hop project.
We are absolutely going to do this. But remember I told you like during like before you guys left on that run. Remember I made the joke about upping cardio.
Yeah, I didn't take it serious and I should have.
We had the same thing at emo night. Remember when you guys were there? Like, what was it, like 6 months ago? That was way longer than that.
It's been a while. It's got to be almost a year.
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
But I think we were
The
all
first one? Or the second one?
I think the one
First
where
one?
you were DJing solo, not the Walking Blind one.
Oh, okay.
Yours.
we were all winded at that one.
Yeah.
And I like every time I do emo night now, I go home and I'm cramping
Yeah.
because I got no cardio. Like, I smoke hookah every day, so that don't help.
The good thing about emo night is like you can get hype, get hyphy, and then just hand the mic out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually fully sing every song. Unless you're Mike.
I was like, yeah.
Unless you're Mike and you find a random goblet with trash in it and you go, yeah, fuck it. And just dump the trash, pour your beer into it, and just start continuing to sing.
I forgot about that.
That's why you guys I shouldn't go out, guys.
It's
I don't want
stay
to do
home.
that. I left that life.
Oh, no, you're not. You're about to come back into it. By the way, we do emo night Riverside now.
Really?
We're at the Hideaway.
Are
Oh, the
you part
Hideaway,
of
that's right.
that with the Hideaway?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
So-
Ty said I think he was planning on checking it out last time it was in Riverside.
I'm the guy that grabs the mic and does all the shit now. Yeah.
No shit. Well, now I'm more likely to come.
Okay.
He's about to bring up the vocal video.
He screamed Baby Remember something.
So when we did emo night Pomona this last time, there's a video of me doing I forgot what song it was. Oh yeah, it was since you've been gone, and I did like the last screaming part of it, which a lot of people, unless you went to high school with me, you don't remember me looking like Brandon Soller from Atreyu Noe.
with the eyeliner.
With the eyeliner and wearing like the black button up with the
red
fucking,
tie?
yeah, with the tie.
Definitely.
And
pulled that.
playing Tiki Room in Pomona. And doing screams and backup vocals because I wanted to be Aaron Gillespie so bad.
Fun fact: Tiki Room is where I met Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He was like 9.
Wait. So how often are you guys doing the emo night in Riverside?
It's once a month, minus this month. For whatever reason, they didn't do it for February. We're going to be back there March 4th, I want to say.
Nice. I thought it was just another like random emo night
same.
thing.
No,
So I
it's
was kind of
actually,
like, oh,
it's me, the homie Gary, and then the 2 GGs from Emo Night Pomona, Raul and Brian.
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've already kind of discussed this amongst ourselves, but I think Ty should DJ.
I love
For Burner
dude
State.
Ty.
And I think if you guys do it in Riverside, it'll go off.
I have so much footage of Ty from shows, and his energy is just so infectious. I love him.
There are so many times when he keeps me going.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
for real.
yeah, I feel dead, and I look at Ty, and I'm like, no, we're doing
I
this.
mean, he does keep us going because he has all that alcohol in the back of his car.
yeah. Yep.
We love you, Ty. Seriously, we love you.
Damn, that's sick. I didn't know that you were a part of
Yeah,
it.
I do. Emo Night Pomona, Emo Night Rivers, or it's called Emo Prom.
Emo Prom.
What they call it now. And then I'm starting to do photos for Emo Night Brooklyn now with our homie Vic.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, my first show with him was with Ryan from Yellow Card.
Nice.
It's cool.
Nice.
It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah.
Well,
It's crazy how we used to get picked on for being emo kids, and now look at us, we're professional emo kids.
Professional emo
That's
kid.
like it's like comic book stuff, man.
No.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I used to fucking hide this shit. Now everyone's cool with it.
No, yeah, it's
Now it's cool.
Now everyone's okay with it after I've got all this trauma from being picked on.
exactly like the people don't remember. Like there wasn't skinny jeans from guys back in the day.
Girl pants.
You had to wear. I didn't. My fat ass didn't wear them, but
I used to, I think I've told the story. One time I went into a wet seal and walked all the way straight back, found the biggest pair of girl pants, which was like a size 13 that I could find in the store. Walked right up, didn't try them on, nothing. Bought them, went home. They were the flare bottom jeans, right? So they're skinny, bottoms flared out, and they had my puffy skate shoes, like DVS's or something like that. Oh, it looked awful. Thought I was
it was a shit
though.
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, tiny button-up shirt.
That if you breathe the wrong way, a button pops off.
Yep. You couldn't sit down in it properly, so you had to like be able to
Just
yeah. My eyes burn from these tears.
I never bought girl jeans. Like, say
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know, Mike. You were punk rock. Fuck.
That's right. I did have black painted nails though.
You did. And
I
you
thought,
had
it was
long
cool.
hair.
I thought it was cool when I played guitar.
You had long hair.
My fingers weren't doing anything. They weren't doing none of this, you know. So it was just. But,
dude, my first punk. Like speaking of punk, my first punk rock show was the Casualty show at the Glass House when there was like a mini riot and they got banned from Pomona.
oh, sick.
Nice.
That was my punk rock moment.
Hell yeah.
And I realized I was never mind. I realized I was too soft for it, and
Yeah. I'm not hard enough for this. Or am I?
my mom took away my studded belts.
My
As Latinos, like as a Mexican, my mom absolutely hated the fact that like when Hot Topic first opened, like they sold the spikes and the studded belts and like
all
you
the
know,
bondage gear.
yeah, like when it was dark inside and you didn't want to go in.
Yeah.
And she absolutely hated the fact that I liked hanging out there. And
The spider webs around the door frame.
Yep.
The good old Hot Topic days.
So,
Back when NBR would do a full Hot Topic tour playing acoustic music.
dude,
We have to hold the records though for most in-store performances.
I remember buying a studded belt and then getting in trouble because my car, I would always like sit on the trunk and hang out with my friends, right? But when you'd slide off the trunk, you'd just scratch
Scratch the
the
shit
car.
out of it.
My dad's like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Oh, just." You had the one belt and then the one belt hanging.
Dude, I held on to studded belts. That's probably for me my longest like toxic
that's your trait.
trait of that. I held
studded
on
belt.
for the longest
That's a red
time.
flag if he has studded belts. Actually, no, it's not a red flag anymore. That's a green flag nowadays.
Yeah,
Are they coming back?
studded
Are they
belts.
back?
I don't know.
I was
find
talking
out.
about
Make 'em back.
I was talking about how everybody
find
likes
out,
to get the
dude.
shit beat out of them nowadays. Sorry, kids.
I stopped wearing them because I'm pretty sure because the NBR dudes were like, it's time, dude. It's time.
Did you and Rick stop wearing them at the same time? Because wasn't Rick rocking them for a while?
No, I think I stopped before he did, man.
Really?
Yeah.
He's probably wearing one right now.
Dude,
I love Rick too. Rick was
don't be
awesome.
surprised. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised.
Good old handsome Rick.
Just to kind of bring this, we can start wrapping this up. I want to go through just some of these questions that we put out for the Instagram.
Nice.
This is just different topics or comments, and so the first couple are from our boy Harry, intern Harry, who also
Who did a turnaround
did a turnaround.
and said Del Taco, he was only talking about their burritos as a whole. Taco Bell for the win.
Thought you had him. Thought you had
Had it
him.
with the first half.
Take that. Try the back line.
Share that back line.
All right,
I don't know if that meant anything. I just tried it. Okay, I'm trying things. I'll share your back line. Wait, it's getting worse. Just go on with your questions.
best remedies for a cold and favorite sick food.
You got one? You want me to go? You got one? You want me to go?
I'm gonna. I mean, I just started doing this, but I'm gonna for anything. I'm gonna begin flushing out my nose with sea salt.
The ghetto neti pot.
My ghetto natty pot, dude. Natty pot or naughty?
Neti pot.
Naughty.
It's a naughty pot.
It's a naughty pot, dude. The way I do it, it's naughty.
Well, obviously Jesse choked on it. So for me, there's a Filipino dish called arroz caldo. I'm sure there's a very Hispanic equivalent of it as well.
It's called caldo.
It's basically a rice porridge with chicken and a ton of ginger, a ton of garlic and stuff like that. And it's like the cure-all, like it's a comfort food. And as soon as I get sick, I make it and it just clears up the sinuses. It gets you all like, healed up. It's the ginger, really, that gets you. But
That's good.
it's mine.
Mine is probably. I was gonna try to be funny and say vapor rub for everything.
Oh, that's a given.
Like,
Yeah.
But being someone who takes care of people, that's probably not the best answer. Hydration is probably the best for me, and like my mom used to give us like a lemon with just honey on it and just have us bite it, and that would definitely help with like your throat. As far as clearing your sinuses, a steam is the best option. And then favorite sick food for me is probably pizza.
Hell yeah.
I think I wanted pizza, but I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I wanted Taco Bell too. I didn't get that either.
Oh, fun fact. Did you guys know that Del Taco is owned by Jack in the Box?
Are they really?
Ha!
I didn't know that.
Just saying.
That's probably the coolest thing about you, Del Taco. That's easily the coolest thing about Del Taco.
Yeah.
That they're owned by Jack in the Box. Harry wants to know when will we know if the New York pizza spot is worth trying?
It's definitely worth trying. We even got
We gotta go again. We gotta go one more.
we got to go one more time.
until we preach it.
Yeah, but we did get clarification that Martin has been there and did fuck with it.
What spot is it?
New York Pizza off of La Sierra.
Off Emirin.
Of Environment, sorry. Yeah, across from like where the Alberto's is and all that stuff.
Okay.
Like right off the freeway, basically. We ate there for the first time after him living in Riverside basically forever and never eating there. Karaima even said she tried to order there a million times when she worked across the street and it was always closed. We just happened to get there one day and it was open, so we tried it.
And it was
bomb.
delicious. But it might have just been a flash in the pan. We don't know.
Yeah, we might try again this weekend, maybe. Who knows?
All right. So, and then here's the last one is, what support do you offer your troops on the front lines of the fast food taco war?
All right, here's the deal.
About to get serious, kids.
You got to hit him fast and you got to hit him hard. Right? And you just got to go out there and preach the gospel of Taco Bell. Some people like to say, well, the beans don't have a shape. but that's for efficiency. Okay, the more refried the beans are, the easier it goes down. Right? You know, let's talk about the quesadillas. That fire ass crack sauce doesn't get any better than that. Right?
What is that sauce?
Doritos Locos Tacos. Where else are you gonna get Doritos sprinkled on the outside of a taco shell? You remember when you were a kid, your mom was like, "Oh man, we're gonna have tacos tonight because you know I'm just being lazy," and they give you those hard shells. That's a Taco Bell taco right there. That's a taste of home. You know what I mean? You can't buy Del Taco shells in a grocery store.
No.
You can buy Taco Bell shells. You can't buy Taco Bell or Del Taco sauces prepackaged in a store. You can buy Taco Bell. That's all I'm saying.
You can't write a song with Del Taco sauces, but you can write a song with Taco Bell sauces.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
facts.
that's how Blink-182 writes their whole records. Thanks, Jolka. So to the front lines in this battle, listen to the share of the back line, only so that you can shit on them for their food choices. Mm-hmm. And apparently now we also know they're Dodgers fans, so you can shit on them for that too. That's
Man.
welcome to my TED Talk.
If
Thanks for coming.
they're eating Del Taco, they probably are just shitting on themselves.
Any words of wisdom?
I can't top that.
I know.
No coming
Yeah,
back.
Mike said it all.
That was some Braveheart shit right there.
Where's my Taco Bell t-shirt? Oh, it's in the house because I do own one. Don't own a Del Taco shirt. Just saying.
They don't make merch.
Del Taco merch. No, all that marketing money went to Jack in the Box.
I was waiting for Jack in the Box to come back up to bring up the fact that people preferred Jack in the Box tacos.
Straight up.
Dude.
The fact that Jack in the Box tacos are so widely consumed compared to Del Taco's tacos.
By alcoholics and drunk people leaving the club.
You know,
Hey, a sale's a sale.
I think, I believe it was Andrew that said it best. At 2 a.m., you've had a good night with your friends. You're out there partying. You hit that Taco Bell drive-thru. You don't hit Del Taco. It's Taco Bell. That's straight from the share of the backline dudes themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
We've even hit Taco Bell at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Nobody gives a fuck about French fries or the double
Which
Del.
Taco Bell does have
Oh, yeah.
occasionally.
Occasionally. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I go to Taco Bell. Since I used to work at Pizza Hut, we used to trade for Cinnamon Twists.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Where's your dessert? Oh wait, do they probably have fire?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Arguably, Del Taco has the churros. Taco Bell has the cinnamon twist, right? If you order the churros, you have to eat it before you eat your dinner because otherwise they get soggy and go to shit.
Yeah, that was gonna be my
The Taco Bell cinnamon twist, stay crunchy the whole time.
The whole time.
science,
Science.
which is better.
Science.
All right.
We can go ahead and end this argument with a bong because I
Yeah.
rang that Taco Bell, son.
The fact that you
That was
guys are
bad. I
literally
These mics weren't on stands. We drop them. All right. Andrea, she says, "How do you cope with betrayal?"
I went very medieval right now in my head. How do you cope with betrayal? You
Off
poison
with
them.
their head.
You're like slashing the tires.
I'm like the bad ex-girlfriend. How do you deal with betrayal? I don't know. You just don't deal with the person.
You cut them out.
I mean that would be the logical solution in my head.
That's tough because it really depends on
The situation.
the situation, the level of betrayal, the type of friendship or
Yeah.
relationship that it comes with.
It's like if you have a friend that you took to Taco Bell and they're eating Del Taco afterwards. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll be serious. I don't know. Like, yeah, it depends on if it's a really close. Like we've all had somebody that's done some fucked up shit to us. My instinct is just to cut them out and not deal with them.
Yeah.
Um,
As I've gotten older, that's been my instinct. When I was younger, I was like, how do I get back at you?
you waste so much more energy trying to be. I'm very vindictive, which I don't know if I should admit. But if you piss me off, I will think about scenarios and I will plan things and I'll try to ruin your life if I can. Or I will have an AI bot just prank call you nonstop, which I've done before. But yeah, like it just Depends on the situation. Like if it's, I've had people fuck me over. I've been in physical fights over it.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's like you said, it's just easier as you get older to just not deal with it.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I'd like to think that, like, I'm trying to think of the few times I feel like they all revolve around music in some way or another. And for me, I've always just been like, obviously, like, they're upsetting in that moment, but I think I'm pretty good at just being like, all right, well, they're out.
Yeah.
Like, moving on now. Like, that's not, I don't know. Just, I've always been very okay when my options get more limited. When you get rid of something that you don't need. I've always been pretty okay with that.
That's a really deep question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because really it's kind of based on the situation and you know, kind of how it affects you personally.
Yeah. Well, speaking of tough questions, doesn't get any easier, guys. This one's tough. I saw this and I was just like,
This one's gonna fuck me up.
yeah.
All right.
Because it's like, I really don't know if there's a right or wrong answer for this. Keanu Reeves or Ryan Reynolds?
Oh,
I was thinking
That
about
was
Ryan
it.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
That was my answer. No, I think I have to go Keanu, man. When has Keanu ever strayed from the path? I love Ryan Reynolds. I've loved Ryan Reynolds since Van Wilder.
yep.
But there's literally never been a situation, scenario, or anything where Keanu Reeves has done any wrong. I mean, for the record, neither has really Ryan Reynolds, but
You what?
They're both Canadian.
Oh shit.
I know. That's what I was saying. Like, different interviews of people, all these different people in Hollywood, all saying something similar to the fact of Keanu Reeves is like, no one said a bad thing about him, and everyone's talking about how real he is.
yeah.
And there's like there's a video of him. Someone, just a creepy person, is videoing him on the subway, just because they're excited that he's won on the subway.
He gives up his seat, right?
Gives up his seat.
Yeah.
Like, he comes in, there's no hesitation, gives her the seat. It's like, man, I don't know, man.
That's
Like,
it's tough because obviously we all love Ryan Reynolds,
yeah.
right?
But do we love him because he's fine as hell, or do we like him because he's like a phenomenal person?
Keanu's kind of fun as hell.
I mean, this changed real fast.
Yeah, if we're being purely shallow and you know physical, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about being humble as a wholesome human being, we're gonna go Keanu.
I got it, guys.
What's the breaker?
And then we'll move on from this. Ryan Reynolds has our body. Keanu has our heart. I feel like that answers.
Moving on.
All right. Do you tip differently at different restaurants? Example, Denny's tip versus Cheesecake Factory tip.
I don't.
I don't either.
I tip differently based on the interaction with the
Yeah.
server. Yeah. So not based on location.
I do have a question that shakes up the industry world though. Do you guys tip on to-go orders?
I do.
Do you tip the same that you do if
I
someone's
tip a
serving
little.
you?
I tip a little less. So typically, I don't leave anything, and my girlfriend gets mad. But I don't leave anything less than a $10 tip if I go, like for takeout too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tip them like $7-8
Okay.
because I used to work in the industry. I fucking hate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But you know,
The reason I asked is because I saw this as like a big debate. Like obviously I tip less on if it's just a to-go order where I go pick it up and take it out, right? But there's like there was some girl on TikTok that was like really like a 2% tip on it, you know, like talking shit basically. And then somebody else was like, "Yo, you're tipping for the service, right? Like yes, you guys are preparing the food, but you're being paid to prepare the food."
Yeah.
Right. And then at this point in time, like anything that you get extra, you should be grateful for. Yeah. You should have gratitude for it. And other people are like, no, fuck that. You know, this is service industry, like blah, blah, blah. So I'm curious, like to-go orders, tip, no tip.
and that whole debate is so old. Do servers deserve tips no matter what? You know, it's like
Plain and simple, servers should be paid more. Like that, you shouldn't. Nobody should have to base their life and
service on how-
on tips. Right?
In California, they get paid hourly and they do make tip. There's some states where it's primarily tip. You know, so it's that debate's always tricky because it always ends up in a bad argument.
And then also when you start to involve alcohol, like
Yes.
right, because the prices are inflated because you're buying alcohol. So how do you balance out your tip at that point, right? I always tend to like I worked in the industry, had so many friends that still work in the industry, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, unless it's like, even if somebody does a really shitty job, like I still even leave them a little bit.
It's rare. This is how I see it. Even if they're shitty, they still get the minimum, what I would do as far as my minimum anyway, what it is. And I tend to tip higher, like if it's a good service or if it's they provided, they were good. They took care of my boys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Heroes. That's the only time we've ever eaten together.
And those
Drank together quite a bit, but eating together.
the Keanu's question and that question, that was all from our boy Chris slapping the bass. This one's from Lucy. She said, "Did you guys shed a tear while watching the last episode of the Last of Us?" So episode 3 of The Last of Us.
Still have not seen it. I don't even know what it is, to be honest.
Okay, so we won't spoil it for you.
You can spoil it, but
Are you gonna watch it?
Probably not. I'll be honest. I don't really watch a whole lot of things.
Okay, so we kind of joked about it in the beginning, but essentially it is one of the characters finding love in this crazy world, right? This crazy world of post-apocalyptic fungus infection zombies. There's a lot of people that are upset because Nick Offerman, right? And I forget the other actor's name, but they play a gay couple in this episode. And they're like completely opposite personalities, but the way that they come together and you see like their lives unfold, it's so touching and so heartfelt that like, I can't say even if you're homophobic because there's still a lot of people that are mad, but like for most people, you just go, oh shit, like these people really loved each other. And that storyline aside, the actors, like I was telling Mike,
Sell it, man.
they sell it. Like, and I like, even like Nick Offerman, I'm like, yo, if this was me as an actor, I'd be fucking giggling like a schoolgirl every time we have these intimate ass scenes. But they were so like intimate and passionate that you're like, holy fuck, like I believe this. And I shouldn't because this is the man's man of all man's man, but like I believe it, right?
And their all their fights were like constructive and character building too.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, and like so basically it in the game, in the Last of Us video game, when you come across Bill, he's alone, and then you find his partner dead, right? Like he had hung himself. And they don't really explain what happened. He just goes, that was my partner. He's the only one that would wear a fucking shirt like that. And it's like a Hawaiian shirt in the middle of an apocalypse, right? But like you can tell that there's some sort of history there. Well, this episode created that history for you and gives a backstory of it. And it's like actually really heartfelt and like touching.
All right, you're convincing. I need to watch it.
And so I was like,
Dude, it sets up. Dude, I don't. Mike, many would probably watch these episodes. I don't like scary shit. I don't like zombie stuff. But like, I'm into the show, and it was from the first. The first episode was creepy. Like it's so creepy, but it's so smart. Like in
did
how
you tear up for that first episode?
I didn't tear up, but I was shaking, dude. I was just like, what?
The first episode hits you in the feels. The second episode is just intense.
Also been in the fields too. I was probably more. I felt more emotional for that because I was just like, oh dang, like this is a huge turning point.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is the like to me. Episode 3 is where it's like, oh, okay, I see this. I see the show, and from what I understand, what this is gonna probably moving forward. Like, what a way to set up like. This is your mission now.
Yeah, humanizes everything for you, right? Like, yeah. So, to answer Lucy's question, I didn't cry, but I was touched,
Yeah, same.
and not in the way that Jesse's thinking. I was with my girlfriend, and
Jesse wept.
still didn't get touched, but you know,
I fell for them, you know.
you fell for them.
Felt for them.
Oh, you felt.
Oh, felt for them.
I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
because I mean that breaking point, you know, where he makes his decision. I'm like,
It's just it's like this. Basically, through the episode, you get like their story of like what 5 years.
yeah,
Oh no!
Oh, more than that.
More than that, because it was they met 2 years into it,
yeah.
and then the flash forward is 2 years, and then this is 20 years in the future essentially.
Yeah.
So this is like essentially 15 years together of a life together that they build in the middle of this fucking zombie apocalypse in the world, and you see like the relationship that they build, and like he said, their fights are like everybody's had those relationship fights. Like there's a fight about like they live in this town alone, and one of them wants to fucking paint the fences, and he's like, "This is our home. I want it to be beautiful." And you know, Nick Offerman's like, "Who gives a shit about it being beautiful? Like nobody cares about
It's,
this
it's
stuff,
just
right?"
us, but it's
Yeah.
like, well, why can't it be beautiful for us?
Yeah. And then why can't we have friends? We're going to have friends. And so, yeah, there was like that whole thing. And that's how it establishes the relationship of Joel and, you know, everybody having this connection outside of the quarantine zone that they're in. So it's a really heartfelt episode. And so many people are mad about it. So many people are upset about it just because it's like this, you know, like gay couple essentially on screen.
I will say this: my brother has not watched any of this, but he came down when they're having dinner. He was like, "What are you watching?"
My mom
I'm like, "It's a zombie apocalypse
My
movie."
mom walked in on the bed scene. I'm like,
I knew it. I knew it.
Jesse had a blanket over him.
Yeah.
Ponte la toalla, mijo.
and I looked into it because my legs were crossed. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, dude.
It's nothing, Mom. It's nothing.
The pillow.
Yeah.
Doesn't anyone knock anymore? All right. So yeah, it's good. It's a good show.
Okay, I need to check it out
Yeah.
now.
That is, yeah, it's worth the
The,
watch.
the next episode I come on, we'll discuss it.
Sick. 69.
69.
Perfectly fitting.
These and then the last three are from Chris. So, why do you think people resort to drinking to cope with depression, anxiety, when it's for a loss of a loved one?
Because it releases your inhibitions. And you feel the rain in your skin.
I was thinking about that
What?
as he said it.
What do you be drinking that has you feeling this kind of way?
No one else can feel it for you. Maybe you can let it.
Yeah,
rest
it
is
just
still
it dulls.
It dulls, yeah, it dulls your senses and your pain, and you kind of tend to forget.
Yeah, you get to
And it's an easy escape.
yeah you get to like just push it to the side as opposed to facing it and going through it directly. Besides men being embarrassed, what's another reason it's hard for men to openly talk about their mental health?
Because we shit on each other when we do it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I mean, yeah, I mean, we do.
yeah. For us, like we're all friends, and we kind of understand.
Well, it's
that,
because you're as a male. A lot of times you're taught to have this extremely tough outer skin that you're not allowed to talk about your emotions. You're not allowed to like feel at all. Like you're just supposed to go through your shit and go through it as a man, and that's it.
and you're expected to also take on the weight of everyone else's issues as well. And that's so you don't want to talk about your own because you're too busy helping with everybody else's.
Also, The Cure wrote a song called "Boys Don't Cry." So, I'm just gonna. No,
And like show me your genitals guy.
wait,
Yeah,
what?
he had that line. The show me your genitals. You guys remember that song? Show me your genitals. Where he's like, I don't know why you're talking. He's like, the line's like, I don't know why you're talking this way. I don't talk about feelings because feelings are gay.
Oh yeah.
So
That's the oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
it's a great YouTube video.
What was the opening line of that song, Mike?
Just copy and
Show
paste
me
that clip
your
for the intro.
All right. Why? Oops. Technology. Why were things less stressful in the 50s, 60s compared to how things are today? Were they less stressful back then?
I don't know if they were less stressful, but we had a lower cost of living back then.
The American dream was actually
A dream.
obtainable.
Yeah, the American dream was attainable. We had less, I'll say it, social media influence. We had less keeping up with the Joneses back then. We had, back in that era, you had people coming out of wars and out of like very, very hard times. So that was starting to see everything start to flourish again. And that was the era of like free love and, you know, all this. So that was definitely a completely different mindset for most people. Like, hey, the war is done. Now we have a chance to live, right?
And depending on where you lived, and depending on if you were a person of color, your life may have been very stressful.
True. Yeah.
So, I think there was way less distractions.
Maybe way less stress to the public eye, right? Like people just
Yeah, because
once again,
there's
going
no
back to
documenting
health,
of everything.
Yeah, we're not documenting everything, and on top of that, like men never talked about their feelings. Men never talked about their shit. So
That was like a time of openly like
Yeah.
take this to your grave or like walk this off.
figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last little. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, so this one, these are shorter ones. We didn't get very many responses for this. This was bad advice that you received. Selena says, be kind to others because they will be kind to you. Joka wrote, when I was told I couldn't.
Facts.
That's fair.
This was interesting. This is from my sister-in-law. And it's when she was told, do what you feel is right.
And you
That
picked
was
Mario?
bad advice?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Wow.
I love you both.
All right. So then this,
I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry, guys.
and then this one,
Such
the question.
hostility.
The question.
Since liquid death be hidden.
Be bussin'.
This one is about boundaries in relationships. I said, what do you consider healthy boundaries in a relationship? And the responses were, Selena said, there are no boundaries. It all depends on how long you want the relationship to last, I think, is what she meant to say.
There's no boundaries. she said?
Do
No boundaries.
you go into a relationship with like a predetermined time that you want it to last?
Right?
Hey, you never know. Might be Mr. Right. Might be Mr. Right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you need boundaries.
There's
do
gotta be
too. I
some.
feel-
Yeah. Not crazy ones, but I feel like things be some. Jolka says, when you both... Wait, what? Jolka.
What-
What did he say? What was the question again?
What
Healthy
are
boundaries in a
healthy
relationship?
relationship boundaries in a relationship?
I'll read it because Mike's afraid to. Jolka said, when you both slop each other's tops and bottoms.
That's a good boundary.
He knows we read these and we say their names. he got mad. He got mad at me last time, and this time I didn't read it. Mike did. Get mad at Mike.
Jasmine.
And then Sarah, sister-in-law, she says depends on the relationship. It's fair, right?
That's the perfect
Yeah.
answer.
That's the answer.
And then intern Harry says realizing your partner is human and they'll mess up and they are not perfect.
I
Facts.
think that's a great one.
That's, 1,000% facts.
Because everybody going into relationships, you put yourself on a pedestal, and you know it's once somebody doesn't meet the expectations that you have, you know it starts creating a lot of problems.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Especially nowadays, too, because we're in a world where we're just like, all right, next.
it's a very
Ariana Grande, thank you, next.
Dude, I always like one of my weird fears that I've always had in relationships is just knowing that like my mouth at some point is gonna say something offensive.
Well, especially because most people see the one side of Mike where they're like, oh, he's such a sweetheart. And then they get the savage mode. You know, like that little outburst I just had. I didn't mean it. Mike means it all the time.
Anyways, yeah, the street bounty is creating an area for grace. Andrea said, "Trust is key. No one should hold anyone back from anything. With trust and no issue. With trust, no issue."
I agree too. I genuinely think if you can't trust your partner,
You shouldn't be together.
you shouldn't be together.
Fair. And then the last one was I asked, "How do you build self-esteem?" Selena says, "Staying away from fellow humans."
That's not a bad answer.
I mean, it is self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy, Burner State drummer, new album dropping soon. Maybe not soon.
Nice.
Maybe
play.
not soon.
Maybe not soon. And Noah doesn't know this yet, but he's filming our music videos.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna.
I've
film
been
it,
waiting
I'm
for
gonna
y'all
direct
to
it.
just let me know when we're doing the damn promo shoot.
I already have a full idea for a video. We're gonna talk about it off camera.
Mr. Diamond over here knows.
And then, but Jeremy says, "Focus on what you're doing right for you, and not comparing yourself to others." That's a good one. Jolka says, "By removing expectations of yourself, to see the opportunity to grow by allowing yourself to change."
That's a good one.
Nice, Jolka.
That's a good one.
I need that.
Really,
on a plaque.
really saves you from your last answer.
Yeah. He's just showing us that he can turn it on when he needs to.
Yeah.
Sarah writes, "Trying something brand new that's not too complicated, just new to me, and finishing it."
Oh,
Nice.
setting a
that.
goal and accomplishing it.
Yeah. Ty, bass player from Burner State, album dropping soon. He says, physically, something that keeps you active. Yoga, jogging, the gym, etc. Mentally, feel good activities.
That could be physically too, though.
Yeah. I mean, we all can't be cut like Kyle.
And not all of us have boulder shoulders like Ty.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last two. Andrea says, "Being productive. I feel good when I know I worked my ass off and got things done."
It's a good thing.
And then the last one is from Lucy. She says, "Taking tequila shots."
Atta girl.
That's
For real and self. I think for this one, I think I really like the idea of having something to accomplish, no matter how big it is. I feel like you do enough of that, enough wins, getting the wins under your belt,
Yeah.
starts to. I feel like that's a good little way to get the snowball going.
And just remember, they don't have to be huge. Little wins.
Little wins.
It's a snowball effect.
I think a lot of people put themselves in a box and forget that you're able to accomplish a lot more than you think you can. You know.
Just look at what's his name, the She Bangs guy, William Hung. Whatever.
Throwing it back.
She bangs.
And he's still making the same thing with the Gangnam Style, dude. Like, he's still making millions of dollars on that one song.
That's wild.
Just need one, man. Have the courage. Have the courage to dream. But all right,
I think
dude.
NBR had a lyric, wasn't it? The exposes for the dreamers that we are.
Something like that. Like I may have said that.
Sounds like it.
Spent a whole life's way just for someone to prove us wrong.
That's on my caption on so many of my Instagram posts.
Fuck yeah.
Well, on that note, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Walking Blind Pod, walkingblindpod@gmail.com. Pretty much Walking Blind Pod everywhere. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You want to extend the cup sale?
Yeah, let's extend this thing.
Because we're still beefing with the Share the Backline board.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll keep the code Taco Bell up. You get 15% off of that cup. You know what I mean? Another week?
We'll do another week, and yeah, get them. We have two at the Perez home, and they get used every day, and they're holding up nicely.
Yep.
So-
Jesse's using one right now. I got a couple in the house. Like I said, for those of you that did order them and then we did the price change, I refunded you some money. See that $5? That's okay, Jesse. They don't need to see it again. And then for the rest of you that want to jump in on this sweet, sweet deal, hit that code Taco Bell.
to the Taco Bell, and really liking these videos helps. And if you're listening, maybe recommend this to a friend or a family member. It'd be nice.
Probably not this episode in particular.
No, this is a good one.
This is great.
This is one of our better ones.
Yeah. And then make sure you guys follow Noe. You want to plug your social?
So I only really use Instagram, but it's at Destroy Redefine. Both one word, I guess.
Yeah.
That's about it. If you need photos, let me know. I do photography for bands, for your wedding, for your quince.
Hell yeah.
Future Burner City music video coming soon.
Yep. We're gonna talk about it as soon as these cameras stop rolling. We love you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Peace.
Peace.
No way to handle my aggression. Looking to my fucking demons. Running back again. Fuck.
Am I good? Level check. I'm not gonna be this close,
Yes.
because then I'm gonna be deep throating the mic.
Hey,
That's fine.
you can deep throat any mic in this building.
Hey, I'm in a perfect position to go skiing right now.
Yeah.
Get it? Skiing. This is your intro. Right here.
Assume position.
We're all about the high jump here.
Right.